Finally, we have a real third party in this country that the mainstream media is going to talk about, and that they're going to give them ballot access and all that good shit. And it has nothing to do with the Democrats and Republicans. Nothing to do with those two garbage parties. Take it away, Reuters. Former Republicans and Democrats form new third U.S. political party. Ah, shit! Fuck! God damn! It's made up of Democrats and Republicans. You can't form a new party out of the shithead rejects from the old parties. It's like having a counseling group for trauma victims made up of former SEAL Team 6 members. No, you don't understand. They don't do that stuff anymore, right? They stopped choking out Iraqi children in the dead of night and mowing down wedding parties with automatic machine guns, and they started listening to their own feelings, and they started painting with watercolors, and there's like scented candles around, and they're just there for people. Well, let's keep reading. Maybe I'm being overly judgmental. Dozens of former Republican and Democratic officials announced a new national political third party to appeal to millions of voters they say are dismayed with what they see as America's dysfunctional two-party system. The new party called Forward. Wait. Hold on. Forward? Where have I heard that before? Jesus Christ. Why don't we name it Stronger Together, or I'm With Her, or I Like Ike, or something? Anyway, the new party, called Forward, will initially be co-chaired by former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang and Christine Todd Whitman, the former Republican governor of New Jersey. Oh, great. The guy whose only redeeming quality is that he endorses universal basic income, which is a great idea, but he does it because he loves capitalism. Capitalism is destroying people, the environment, all of the things, and he wants to save it. I endorse UBI because I want to move beyond exploitative capitalism. Do you get the difference? It matters. It matters. It depends why you want something to happen. It's like the difference between someone who endorses hair plugs for men because they want men to feel good about themselves and to feel they look good and have confidence, versus someone who endorses hair plugs because they think hair plugs look ridiculous and they want to laugh at everyone who gets them. You see the difference? It's like someone who adopts a cat because they love cats and they just want a warm little cuddly cat, and someone who adopts cats because they have a rat problem and they're hoping the cat will eat a lot of the rats before it dies in a few weeks of dysentery. You see the difference? Besides, when push comes to shove, Andrew Yang buckles quicker than a pilgrim's hat on his universal basic income plan. He ran for mayor of New York and he put forward universal basic income for some. Yang's proposed income program would have extended an average of $2,000 per year to New York City residents living in extreme poverty. Only those living in extreme poverty. So his universal basic income quickly forgot the universal part of the expression. It's 3 words, and he forgot one of them. He turned it into the equivalent of food stamps, but actually less money. I support universal basic income, except instead of income, it's just a pair of like off-brand sandals, like you get at Wings or Dollar General, right? And you got to be completely destitute poor for us to give you those sandals. Otherwise, no sandals for you. No. Anyway, point is, you got Andrew Yang, who endorsed Joe Biden for president, Christine Todd Whitman, who endorsed Joe Biden for president. So 2 people who don't have brains functioning well enough to not endorse a war criminal who doubled the size of the prison industrial complex, making the U.S. the largest prison state in the world, not to mention his wandering fingers and his smelling women like they're a meal at a nice restaurant. Do you know how easy it is to not endorse a racist war criminal? It's pretty easy. Look. There. I just did it. I just did not endorse a racist war criminal. And yet Yang and Whitman, they couldn't do that. The merger involves the Renew America movement, formed in 2021 by dozens of former Republican officials. The Forward Party founded by Yang, and the Serve America movement, whose executive director is a former Republican Congressman, David Jolly. Oh, great. Another Republican. That's just shaping up beautifully. Jolly's interests, if you look them up, include supporting sending special operations forces overseas. Yeah, finally, someone supporting that. Securing the border. Oh, thank God. Increasing the vetting process for legal immigrants. Yeah, that's been a real problem. Normally, there's like zero vetting at our borders. You know, people just walk up and the ICE agent goes, "Do you really want to come into the United States? You do? Okay, just wipe your feet on the mat first." Cool. Finally, we have a party that wants to stop immigrants from coming to the United States. If only there had been any other parties doing that before. Can't think of any. In February 2014, Jolly introduced the Naval Station Guantanamo Bay Protection Act. Yep, because if there's something U.S. military bases have always suffered from, it's a lack of protection. You remember that one in Niger that got overrun by a group of teenagers with slingshots? Me neither! What kind of malfunctioning Swiss cheese brain thinks what we need is a congressional act to protect Guantanamo Bay? Because what if a dozen Cuban fishermen pool their resources and they go running at Gitmo with a satchel of unripe coconuts? The Marines won't even know what hit them. They won't have a chance. And then they're torturing of innocent people will get interrupted. It'll be a mess. Well, thank God we have this A-team of leaders launching this new third party. The party, which is centrist, has no specific policies yet. I don't know which is worse. A terrible idea for a third party, with or without policies. I don't know. I can tell you one thing. I'm sure their policies, when they come out, will make the cavemen on the Far Side calendar look bright. No doubt. Let me explain something to everyone. The Republicans in our government support capitalism, environmental destruction, exploitation of the working class, Orwellian police state, and endless war. The Democrats in our government support capitalism, environmental destruction, exploitation of the working class, Orwellian police state, and endless war, which means the two parties are a right-wing party and a right-wing party. There is no left wing in the U.S. government. Not in Congress, not in the presidency, not in the Pentagon, not in the Supreme Court, not in the fucking janitorial staff, all right? So if you're talking about a centrist party between the Democrats and the Republicans, you're talking about one between the right wing and the righter wing. You're talking about another right-wing party. This is like saying, well, you got Emperor Palpatine on the right and Darth Vader on the left, so we're creating a centrist party in the middle of those two. Wow, how forward-thinking. And then the article quotes the new party leadership as saying one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. How will we solve the big issues facing America? Not left, not right, forward. That, honestly, they would have been better just walking up to the mic and making an extended farting noise. Because then at least you'd think they put some thought into it. What kind of asshole is like excited about finally a party without policies that isn't left or right or standing for anything or having opinions? Finally a political party that is as dumb as America. This isn't the party America needs, but it might be the party America deserves. Thanks for joining me for the Most Censored News. New episodes of this completely independently funded show come out every week. Please click subscribe. And also, if you want to see this show continue, become a member on Patreon. Keep fighting.